Peace, family. Welcome back to the second season of DeeTruthTalk podcast. It's been a minute since I've been filming episodes, and it's because I've been working on a lot of different things. And going into this new season, I want to bring you along on this journey, and I want to let you know exactly what we have in store. I'm again D Truth. I'm your host and coordinator of the show. D Truth Talk podcast was originally started in Austin, San Marcos, Texas area when I was just figuring out exactly what I wanted to do. But I knew that I wanted to spread knowledge, I wanted to spread wisdom, I wanted to spread awakening, I wanted to spread love within our whole community. And as we go over these few topics, I'm going to let you know exactly what we have coming up. So the plan is to release an episode of the Truth Talk podcast every single day, Monday through Friday. And each day it will be correlated around a different subject. Right now, I'm just chilling in my home studio. So you'll see some podcasts here. You'll see some mobile podcasts will be out in nature. You'll see what will be of professional settings. And sometimes we might just be laid up or sitting up on the couch with E Sharp like we did in the previous episodes. But going into the new season, let's go into it. 5 days a week, 5 days a week, because anything that you want to do, you have to be consistent at it. And one way that I'm consistent at what I do, I can't do it once a week. I can't part-time do anything. Anything that I love, anything that I dedicate myself to, I make it a full-time thing. And I dedicate at least an hour or 30 minutes a day. Because if you say you really want something, you have to be consistent, you have to be dedicated, and you have to be committed to what you're doing. So this is my commitment. Starting next week, Monday, I will be dropping the first episode on business and finance. So Monday episodes will be about sales, business, finance, entrepreneurship, economic advancement. Why? Because most people want to start a business. Most people want to be more successful in their business. Most people want to be better at their jobs. Most people want to be better in ways that they communicate with other people when they're selling things and when they how they come off to people and things like that. And in a time where money is changing and the economy is drastically changing, it's very important for us to be well informed and up to date on the new tips, on the new practices, on new and revised methods to accomplishing this. As an entrepreneur myself, a full-time entrepreneur, I have three businesses and a nonprofit and a side hustle, and I'm a full-time parent. So being able to juggle all those things and host a podcast is extremely difficult. But I'm going to walk you through the steps exactly how I do it. And we're going to sit down with other professionals, other entrepreneurs, other sales professionals. We're going to gather tips and tricks that are going to benefit us all so we can continue to elevate together. Right now, it is September 24th, right? So 2024. I just want to timestamp that because over time, the more consistent I am, you are going to be able to see the elevation. You're going to be able to see where I started at versus where I'm going and what I've learned and how I develop over time. So I'm okay with it being a rough process. I'm okay with you just sitting right here inside of my studio room and seeing the beginning processes. Most people want everything to be perfect before they ever present it to you. But I'm a realist. I'm going to show you the truth. I'm going to show you the struggles. I'm going to tell you the difficulties that I have actually accomplishing these things. I don't have a business degree. So maybe I need to go sit down and get some knowledge from somebody who does. But what I do have is over 8 years of professional sales experience. I've worked in the auto industry. I've worked in the finance industry. So I'm going to tell you the tips that I've used to scale my businesses. And I'm going to continue to learn from other professionals who have made it way further than I have. So we can get this knowledge together and elevate, right? And so we can help ourselves gain more money so we can build our families, and become better for the economy, for each other, not just so I can get rich and stun on everybody. That's not why I do it. I don't know why you do it, but hopefully your goal to make money is for something bigger than yourself. If it's not, you will not be successful. If you don't truly have a passion for serving people, for helping people achieve their goals, then it's going to almost be impossible for you to be successful unless you're playing off people's insecurities, unless you're feeding off of that. And that's what a lot of companies do as well too. That's why the beauty industry is so rich. That's why the food industry is so rich, because they put all these chemicals and all that stuff that make you sick. So you have to go to the pharmaceutical industry and pay that industry to make more money. And then they make you put on the makeup, make your skin break out, and then they sell more skincare products, right? And then they show you all these people who look like you want to look, and they portray this higher lifestyle to make you chase something outside of yourself. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to look inside yourself, build yourself up, build your brands around love and around purpose. So Mondays, Money Mondays. We're going to call it Money Mondays. We're going to talk about sales, business, finance, entrepreneurship, economics, things like that that are going to take us to the next level economically, right? Financially, for not only for ourselves, for everyone around us. Tuesdays, we got health and wellness on Tuesdays. So health and fitness. So we'll be talking to some about either a healthy lifestyle, about the right ways to eat, different health methods when it comes to that, different fitness, and why fitness is so important. Because realistically, how do you expect to operate at your highest if you are not putting the right things in your body? Your body is a vessel. Your body is just like your car. It's a vehicle. It transports you from where you are to where you want to go. Now, think of any car. What is your dream car? Picture your dream car right now. Some people want a Cybertruck. Some people want the G-Wagon. Some people want the Lambo. Some people want a Tesla. Some people want a Mercedes. Some people just want a Nissan or a Toyota so they can have some reliable transportation. But no matter what vehicle you have to put this right fuel inside your vehicle. If you have a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a G-Wagon, you cannot put 89. You cannot put regular fuel inside your car. So if you want to operate like a luxury vehicle, if you want to operate around luxury, if you want to operate at your highest capacity, you can't put chocolate bars in your gas tank, right? You can't put poison in your gas tank, because then you expect your vehicle to run off that fuel. So what is the best fuel that you can put in your body to operate, right? The fruits, the vegetables, the minerals, the water that you need to actually operate at your highest faculty, right? So health, wellness, and are you moving around? Are you exercising? Are you meditating? Are you praying? Are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your mind? Are you exercising your body to exercise your will, to exercise God's will, to be able to operate at your highest capacity, right? So we got fitness, we got health on Tuesdays. So that is very important, especially if you are sick, if you are mentally sick, if you're physically sick, if you're spiritually sick, if you're financially sick, is because, well, what's going on in your body. Everything that you do comes out of you. So make sure that everything in you is vibrating at its highest frequency. It is aligned as much as it needs to be so you can accomplish this effortlessly. And it's going to be difficult, but let's not make things harder on ourselves by not eating the right way, by not getting the proper sleep, by talking negatively to ourselves. A lot of things when it comes to health and fitness, it starts with the mind and then it's the body, right? So we're going to go into those little details so we can really figure out how we can function properly. Wednesdays, we will be discussing character development. Right now, in a time where men and women are separated, people, I'm not even going to say people, I'm going to specifically mention the black people, the colored, the African American people are glamorizing drama and things that hold us back. We highlight and we love the women that overly sexualize themselves. Our men are extremely feminized. The women are becoming more masculine. So, what we want to do is talk about different tips and different mindsets and different ways of being to advance and heighten our character, our personal development, the way that we carry ourselves, the way that we speak, the way we present ourselves, the way that we dress, the way we conduct ourselves. That is so important because most of the time you're not getting the opportunities that you want to get because your character is not aligned with those opportunities. So you're automatically in situations that don't serve you because you're not serving yourself and you're not building your character to be able to match exactly what you want. And you expect life to actually give you something, and you expect things to happen for you that you don't deserve, that you're not working for, that you're not working towards, that you're not striving, that you're not struggling for. Everything in life comes with sacrifice. If you want something bad enough, if you want something, life is going to challenge you to see how bad you actually want it, because the goal is to refine you and make you better, so when you get exactly what you want, you can truly appreciate it and utilize it the right way. And on a non-religious note, but on a spiritual note, whatever God you serve, make sure you're doing it in service to God in your community, something bigger than yourself. Because if you are selfish, then nothing's going to work in your favor, because you're going to always be looking for people to please you and take care of you. And everything is going to be about you and what you get out of it instead of what you give. The people who give get the most. So let's sharpen our character and let's sharpen our mindset. Let's sharpen our mind so we can sharpen our business and we can make more money and we can elevate together. Right. So we got Money Mondays, we got fitness, life, health lifestyle on Tuesdays. And on Wednesday, we have character development. On Thursday, we will be talking about relationships, love, whether it's platonic relationships, business relationships, which we probably need to go back up until Monday, right? But actually, intimate relationships between men and women. Now, in a time where men and women are more separate, where we don't know how to deal with each other properly. We don't know how to properly communicate. We not properly loving and understanding each other. Instead, it's a battle between men and women. And we're about to end that. We about to come to some true understanding. We're about to pick each other brains. We about to have intellectual conversations, and we about to get to the root of these problems and come up with solutions on how we can bring our people together better, how we can love each other better, how we can serve each other better, so we don't have to continuously have these same problems. So all these media outlets and all these industries are not profiting off of our separation, because that's exactly what's happening. They say the dating pool is terrible right now, but if we work on ourselves, we can attract partners that fit us better, right? We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So let's be the best version of ourselves so we can invite the love that we want in our life, the love that we have inside of ourselves. And sometimes that goes with taking time to yourself and practicing better habits. You shouldn't be dopamine driven. You shouldn't always feel the need to pull out a rose or masturbate to get that type of sensation. And that's what most people do. That's why the porn industry is thriving. That's why OnlyFans is thriving, because they're using the lack of love that we have for each other and they're feeding off of that. And that's why they want to keep people more separate so they can profit off of our dysfunction. This is the end of allowing people to profit off of our dysfunction. So we're going to get ourselves together as a people so we can strengthen our families, strengthen our communities, and strengthen our nation, right? We are at the end of times. We are in the test of times. If we don't start doing these things now, they are starting to fall. Things are starting to fall apart more than ever. So what are you doing to better yourself, to strengthen your family, strengthen your relationships, strengthen your mindset, right? So this is all it's about, character development. That's the whole purpose. That revolves around your relationships, revolves around your businesses, revolves around your health, right? So Thursdays, we will be talking about love and relationships, right? And moving on to Friday, we will be unbrainwashing, because a lot of things, that one of the problems that we have is most people think the way that they do, and they don't even know that these messages and these thoughts were subconsciously planted inside of our mind through media, the things that we watch, the things that we hear, the people that we hang around, with no real experience on these topics at all. So we're going to dive into how media and how these different outlets manipulate us and brainwash, and we're going to really dive into it, because we want to see, are these things that we really have sat down and came up to a conclusion of based off of our personal experiences, stuff that we really truly feel in our heart resonates with us, or are we regurgitating senseless information? Are we perpetuating negative stereotypes? Are we carrying on illogical biases that don't serve us and that keep us further apart? So we're going to be unbrainwashing, talking about a lot of different things that actually aren't true, that we may believe are true, and maybe they are true, and we'll figure out why they are true, and better ways and different perspectives to look at these and actually solve these problems, right? A lot of times people address problems, problem. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. The food is poison. The economy is bad. The nobody can find love. But who is actually sitting back, figuring out solutions to make these things better is a real question. Who is doing the work to, who is doing the research, who's asking the right questions, who's applying these things in their life to actually solve these problems? And a lot of times you don't even think about the solution until the problem arises in your life. And once the problem arises in your life and now it is affecting you, you want to solve it. And usually when you solve a problem, you like, whoo, I wish I could help somebody go through that easier so they don't have to go through what I went through. So we assist people with solving those problems. And I've had problems building my businesses, and I'm still working on them, and I need to learn better about that. I'm still having problems understanding the right way to eat and the right way to live and the right way to think. And it's not so much a problem because I understand that I want to be better. So now I'm just looking for new methods of getting better, to sharpen my character, to be a better person so I can attract the right people into my life. But a lot of it is because of the brainwashing and the things that were put into us as we were kids. Between the ages of 1 to 6 is the time that the brain develops the most. And a lot of these children are indoctrinated at a very young age. And a lot of you adults are indoctrinated kids. So you have all these thoughts, you have all these biases, you have all these attitudes, you have all these moods, and you don't even know they not your moods. They are moods of other people that you've taken on because you chose not to think for yourself. So Friday, I will be talking to you about how to think for yourself. And the way you think for yourself is you think about what you believe, and you look at the points of it, and then you look at the opposite points of it and realize that they are equally as true as well too, right? Whether you can or you can't, you right. And if you're able to see both sides, you can neutralize it to really be able to make an informed decision on how you truly feel about the decision. And you can have respect and love for people who don't feel exactly how you feel. And you just understand that y'all have two different perspectives, and their perspective may not even be your own. So you learn to understand and forgive them, because they may be brainwashed and they may be misinformed, right? And just because somebody doesn't agree with you, just because somebody doesn't have the same opinion that you have or have a different view, doesn't mean they're your enemy or that they're wrong or that they're a bad person. right? So we want to look at these things from different perspectives and learn how to be more understanding towards each other, more compassionate towards each other, so we can move together despite our differences. So that is the overall purpose of the Truth Talk. We want to have true talks, true conversations, so we can come to true solutions and we can have true growth. And that's why we have Truth Talk Podcast. And I invite you on this journey over the next few weeks as we sit down with many different guests and we investigate these topics. We learn new things and we develop as people, and we just have a good time on top of that. Some good entertainment. It's so much senseless entertainment right now. They got entertainment out the ass. Anything to keep you distracted, anything to keep you laughing, anything to waste your time. If you watch the True Talk podcast, I want you to learn something. I want it to be something that makes you a better person, even if it's just one person. I want us all to grow, right? So I want to actually bring forth some content that is beneficial, that's nourishing for the soul, so we can be great together. And a lot of things I say, you probably not gonna like, and I don't care because it's my truth. That's why it's called the Truth Talk Podcast. And if you want to share your truth, come on as a guest. And if you have a valuable information that I feel will be helpful, or even an opposite opinion to what I usually feel, I will likely sit down and talk to you because I want to know your perspective, because I don't want to just talk to people who agree with the things that I say. Right. So sit back, enjoy the show, and I look forward to taking you guys on this journey with me over the next few weeks. Tap in, like, subscribe, comment any guests that you think will be great for any related subjects. Let me know any questions or any things that you would like me to dive into more detail, so we can actually get to the root of it. I can't wait to have health leaders up here. I can't wait to have politicians up here. I can't wait to have activists up here. I can't wait to have whistleblowers up here. I can't wait to have gurus up here and people with a plethora and a wealth of knowledge that we can feed off of, so we can feed our community and we can bond and we can nourish our souls with this information. I'm so excited to go on this journey, and I know it's been a while, but I've been working on myself so I can take you guys along this journey as effortlessly as possible. And I'm gonna take y'all through my journey as well too, so y'all can know a lot of the things that I went to and how I got to this point. Because I know a lot of people want to do things like this themselves. They want to develop themselves and they want to start their own platforms. And I want to help you do that too. I want you to have the courage to do that too. I want you to have the understanding and the ability to communicate properly so you can get your message out to the world. So let's work on that together. Thank you, everybody who comes along on this journey, and follow, like, subscribe. Let me know how I can be of assistance, and I look forward to going on this journey with you guys. Again, welcome back to season 2 of DeeTruthTalk podcast.